go.
Very heavy traffic pattern. Northbound 101, eastbound 80. Mainly weather related. We got calls about a lot of water on the lower deck as well, so everyone's taking it easy. Next update, 3:58 on the traffic meter, KCBS.
KCBS 6-day forecast, Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast. Visit Mancini Sleep World during our year-end clearance event or visit sleepworld.com. The rain continues, cloudy skies, rain, chance of some thunder this afternoon, some gusty winds right by the water. We are looking at temperatures in the mid-60s across the Bay Area. The rain continues all the way through Thursday around the Bay. Breezy conditions right at the coast. And then we look at cloudy conditions for Friday and Saturday. Just a chance of some drizzle, but the heaviest rain will be out of the picture by then. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
When people have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating multiple third-party systems to create a unified digital experience. The results? Improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' locations, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com for website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world. Turning to the best in the business for websites, go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
KCBS News Time at 3:51. Tom Lippy and Johanna Lopez at the KCBS Editor's Desk as your Newswatch continues. The holiday spirit seems to be extending to financial markets. KCBS's Margie Schaefer reports one lesson from 2023 is to not try to predict the future.
This time last year, many financial analysts were predicting a recession and that financial markets would be terrible. We did not enter a recession, and financial markets have roared in the last 7 weeks. Both the Dow and the NASDAQ closed at all-time highs. And, it does look like investors are feeling pretty upbeat. That is CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger, who says inflation is heading down, not yet to target, but in the right direction. And the Fed appears done raising rates and is looking to cut them. Combined with a sprinkling of excitement in the technology sector about AI, has really made the end of the year pretty happy. Schlesinger suggests paying down consumer debt, establishing a reserve fund of 6 to 12 months of living expenses, and contribute to the best of your ability to a retirement plan. To me, that's about the best defense you can have to being a little bit worried about what could come next. So you can be ready whenever that next recession arrives. Margie Schaefer, KCBS.
Really, wet winter is becoming more important for California's water levels as well as that of several other states. Bob Brill reports millions of other people are wary of our region's overuse of the water from the Colorado River.
Those millions of people also get their water from the Colorado River. They make up 7 states, 2 countries, and dozens of native tribes. We use more water than the river can supply right now. And Mark Spilacci is an expert on the river and a law professor at the University of Colorado. He tells KNX this is a climate change issue and we need more wet winters.
Largely relates to climate change and the hotter, drier soils that are making it harder for stream flows and snowpack melt to make it into our rivers and reservoirs.
Well, some experts say we need more reservoirs here to retain the water. There's a movement to close the dam at Lake Powell.
We've got a couple of years, I think, and we'll see what this year holds in terms of water supply. Over the long term, I think most scientists believe that we're going to face continuing shortages and that we're going to have to sort of reduce the amount of water that we're consuming. Closing Lake Powell may be one option. It may make sense just in terms of both economics and just practical consideration.
He says the dam won't come down because there's nowhere to stash the concrete, which he adds could circle the equator. There's so much of it. Bob Brill, KCBS.
We are on to your Money Watch report. Here's Jason Brown.
Apple is pulling its watch models from its U.S. retail stores while dealing with a patent dispute. 9to5Mac reports that the Cupertino firm is halting sales of the Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2 after the International Trade Commission ruled in October that the device's blood oxygen feature infringes on several patents from medical technology firm Masimo. Apple will pause sales of the Watch Series 9 and Watch Ultra 2 from its online store on December 21st and from its retail locations after December 24th. Adobe shareholders don't seem to mind that the San Jose company has Indeed sixth its $20 billion acquisition of Figma. The two companies called off the deal after receiving unfavorable regulatory rulings in Europe and the United Kingdom. Dropping $20 billion on San Francisco-based design platform Figma would have been the biggest acquisition in Adobe's history. Adobe shares rose 2.5%. Big help for the NASDAQ today. It was up 90 points. Dow up about 1 point. The S&P gained 21. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Hey guys, at Primale Medical, their mission is to provide you with the medical care you need to improve your ED, low T, and incontinence. With years dedicated to improving the lifestyle of their patients in the Bay Area, Primale Medical strives to improve your love life and overall health. Listen to Dr. Robert Rowley.
We have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in acoustic wave therapy, sublingual lozenges which bypass the digestive system, making them work faster and more effectively, injectable medications, and testosterone treatment for those patients who need it. Impotence problems can be treated in just one visit.
Why wait? Don't lose hope. Call now. Get a PSA test, testosterone test, Doppler ultrasound, and a full year of free visits for just $99. Call now, 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037. 415-761-4037. Or go to primalemedical.com.
See, if I'm a small business owner and my CPA tells me I don't qualify for the $26,000 for qualifying employee ERC because my gross revenue didn't go down enough, is that true?
The law provides you can qualify for ERC if you satisfy either of two tests. The easy test, it's just math that your CPA told you about, or a different but complex facts and circumstances test that some CPAs either don't know how to apply or just don't take the extra time and effort to determine your eligibility.
You're a tax attorney. How can you speak about CPAs?
I was a practicing CPA before I was a tax attorney, and our law firm includes both CPAs and tax attorneys.
Now, is there a deadline to apply before the ERC is no longer available?
Yes. That's why you should call our firm today to review all aspects of the ERC with you to get your qualifying check. Call 888-TAX-DEAL. That's 888-TAX-DEAL. 888-TAX-DEAL. Or MoskowitzLLP.com. MoskowItzLLP.com.
This week at Target, get all your holiday shopping done with last-minute deals on must-haves and wants for the season. Discover big deals on toys and pets, plus top deals on clothing, beauty gift sets, and so much more. At Target, find all you need for the holidays. Shop great last-minute deals everyone will love, and get what you need fast with free drive up. Hurry! Last-minute deals end Sunday. For low prices and great last-minute deals now at Target. Exclusions apply.
Traffic and weather together at 3:58. Kim is in your local Honda dealer's traffic center with another major backup on Highway 17.
It's a windy mountain road. It's been raining, and we've had terrible crashes. I've lost count. The latest one is northbound Highway 17 before Idlewild, before that dangerous left-hand turn. Traffic is bumper to bumper from Summit Road. The right lane is blocked, so that means traffic is getting through, but it is crawling. Still slow approaching the scene on the southbound side because of an earlier crash in the same spot, but it was in the southbound direction. San Jose, we were getting calls about signal lights out, metering lights out. There's a good-sized power outage impacting the Willow Glen neighborhood south of 280 alongside 87. So treat those those intersections without lights as a four-way stop. It's really jamming up traffic. Everybody on the road. We've got our commute. We've got people shopping and so forth. Mountain View also, three-car collision southbound 101 under 237 is now on the right-hand shoulder. You can listen to us 24/7 by downloading the Odyssey app and follow KCBS. Next update, 4:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Kim. KCBS Bay Area forecast, cloudy, rainy. That continues into tonight and tomorrow, actually, into your Wednesday as well, before we see a little bit drier weather. Traffic and weather together on KCBS. It is Monday, December 18th, 2023. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Rick St. Carlo. We're finally getting some good rain in the Bay Area. Is this a signal that the pattern is changing? I'll have more.
This is Matt Bigler. Pro-Palestinian protesters who shut down the Bay Bridge last month appear in court.
We are more resolute in our demand for a ceasefire.
A powerful and deadly East Coast storm causing major flooding, power outages, and damage from Florida to Maine. I'm Megan Holtby, CBS News 8. When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland,
flooded roadways, power outages, and flight delays. Verdict for a Marvel actor.
Convicted of harassment and assault.
Pope approves blessings for same-sex couples.
Provided there's no confusion with the sacrament of heterosexual marriage.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Deadly storms pound the East Coast, flooding roads and knocking out power from Jacksonville, Florida.
Just in the mountains of West Virginia, I've seen things like this, but not in Florida.
In Gorham, Maine.
I don't have water coming in yet, but the roof took a hit, and it's not much of a fun day out here.
More from CBS's Elaine Quijano.
Georgetown, South Carolina was swamped.
We were well prepared for 46 inches of rain, and we had 12.27 inches of rain.
A reported tornado touched down briefly near Myrtle Beach, and winds up to 100 miles per hour flipped cars, destroyed businesses, and split open homes. At least 2 deaths have been reported in Maine and Massachusetts. Marvel cuts ties with actor Jonathan Majors after a New York jury convicts him of assaulting his ex-girlfriend.
I'm Peter King. The jury convicted Majors of assault and harassment, but acquitted him on a different assault charge as well as one of aggravated harassment for hitting his ex-girlfriend, severely twisting her arm, and breaking her finger. Majors claimed that Grace Jabari attacked him and that he acted in self-defense.
There are facts on both sides.
CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
This wasn't a slam dunk for either side, and his attorneys certainly had something to argue here.
Majors is due to be sentenced February 6th.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin in Bahrain announces a new international mission to counter attacks on commercial vessels in the Red Sea. Countries including the UK, Bahrain, Canada, Italy, and Norway will protect transiting ships, with some conducting joint patrols while others provide support. Delaying its holiday break, the Senate is back in session trying to reach a foreign aid and border deal. CBS's Scott McFarland.
There's going to be debate over detention and deportation policies. There's certainly going to be acrimony and debate over what powers to grant amnesty or parole is given to the president. It's not just an issue of immigration, there's an issue of separation of powers and executive branch powers.
President Biden is looking for a deal with Republicans to unlock his request for more Ukraine aid. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signs into law sweeping new powers that allow police to arrest migrants who cross the border illegally.
The goal of Senate Bill 4 is to stop the tidal wave of illegal entry into Texas.
Court challenges are expected. On Wall Street, the Dow closed up a fraction, NASDAQ jumped 91. Now this.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me, and they were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Mr. Biden will make his initial court appearance on tax charges on January 11th in Los Angeles. The president's son will be arraigned on 3 felony and 6 misdemeanor tax offenses. Reaction in front of New York St. Patrick Cathedral to word that Pope Francis is allowing priests to bless same-sex couples.
Love is love, isn't it? We've been together 41 years.
Long overdue.
The Bible just says that you shouldn't do that.
CBS's Anna Matranga in Rome.
The Vatican released a document containing guidelines for priests to bless same-sex unions. Pope Francis had said in October that gay unions could be blessed, provided there's no confusion with the sacrament of heterosexual marriage. The new ruling elaborates on the Pope's words, saying that none of the clothing, gestures, or words that resemble a marriage rite may be used.
At least 95 people are killed in a magnitude 6.2 earthquake in northwest China, and a volcano in Iceland erupts on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Grindavik had earlier been evacuated. You're listening to the CBS World News Roundup.
Hey,
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free, so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflush.com.
A once popular YouTube channel host will head to prison, CBS's Jim Crisula reports.
A Utah mother of 6 who gave parenting advice via a once popular YouTube channel called 8 Passengers has pleaded guilty to 4 counts of aggravated child abuse for abusing and starving 2 of her children.
Your signature represents to the court that you've read it carefully, that you understand what you've read, and that you agree to all of the terms. Is that all accurate?
Yes. Ruby Frankie's YouTube channel started in 2015 and lasted 7 years. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
The CDC is seeing an uptick in severe obesity among toddlers on subsidized government food programs. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gowner.
The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force recently released updated draft guidance outlining a more aggressive approach to treating children with obesity, such as intensive behavioral therapy, which may include working with dietitians, mental health care providers, and trainers or coaches.
Time of roundup, 7 minutes. 50.
It's 4:07 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. We have more rain on the way. Good afternoon in for Patty Rising and Brett Burkhart. I'm Megan Goldsby. Just ahead on KCBS, activists who participated in the Bay Bridge protest last month are being charged in court this week. We have your local Honda dealer's traffic center to head to, and Kim Bessel is starting things off in Pleasanton.
Oh, the rain is wreaking havoc on our Bay Area freeways, and we have a deadly crash backing up the ride on southbound 680 in Pleasanton after Sonol Boulevard. This happened shortly before 3 this afternoon. Emergency crews, including the coroner, on the scene conducting an investigation. This is a terrible crash. 6 other people injured. The 2 right lanes are still coned off. I see about 2 miles of bumper-to-bumper traffic southbound 680. And if you're on northbound 680 coming out of Fremont, the Sonol grade, that commute has been manageable. Slow but steady, and no accidents or delays aside from the usual commute traffic patterns there. 580 Dublin grade is fine for your ride in and out of Castro Valley. 580 Oakland, also a good ride, but we do have some brake lights on 980 in Oakland. This is a crash. Westbound 980 just before 880. The right lane is blocked there. Earlier, fender bender on westbound 24 at 580 is now on the right-hand shoulder. We had a crash on eastbound 24 just before the Caldecott Tunnel, so still a pretty slow ride on both eastbound 24, northbound 13, a free ride through the tunnel into Contra Costa County. Highway 17, one terrible crash after another in the Santa Cruz Mountains today. The latest one, northbound 17 before Idlewild, still blocking the right lane, is crawling from before Summit Road. There was an earlier one southbound before Idlewild. Both lanes were blocked, still trying to recover. Next update, 418 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
KCBS forecast, the rain continues through tonight. Chance of some thunder tonight. Gusty winds continues on to tomorrow as well. Highs staying about the same as they are today. Low to mid-60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. Well, it was just over a month ago that pro-Palestinian protesters shut down the western span of the Bay Bridge to traffic, trapping thousands of commuters. As KCBS's Matt Bigler reports, dozens of activists being arraigned this week in San Francisco.
80 activists are facing 5 counts each, ranging from obstructing a street to false imprisonment. Several hundred of their supporters gathered outside the San Francisco Hall of Justice carrying signs that said, "Ceasefire now." Many of those arrested struck a defiant tone before they arrived for their arraignments.
These chains won't hold us down. These court dates won't hold us down. We will continue to fight for Palestine. The Bay Bridge action